Hey Ranger Nation, welcome back to another video, and today we have the Beast Morphers cyber villain Blaze. I do really like the look of this one. He looks badass, even in the mainline one that we've got, but this is something I have been waiting for. So if you like this sort of content and you want to see more, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, as well as that cheeky notification bell to be notified when more videos drop. With that, we're going to jump straight into it. So first of all, we have the artwork for Blaze here, which looks really nice. We've got the figure, we've got his head, which again looks really, really nice. We've got Blaze there. We've got Blaze at the back. Now, I'm not a huge fan of the lightning effects, but I do like these sorts of ones. They do look kind of cool. We've got it there at the top like that, and at the bottom. So let's open up this bad boy and have a look inside. Here is cyber villain Blaze, and I've got to admit, I wish this is the figure that we got, like that was at normal retail. The lightning one is so much better on so many levels. You have the different, like you have his Robotron, I can't remember the thing, but the device that turns everything into a virus. Then you've got the head of Blaze, then you've got two hands, you've got the sword, you've got the lightning, that works really well, and the actual main figure itself. And here he is, he looks really cool close up. His paintwork looks absolutely amazing, and it's a really nice figure. I really wish we had more of these, like evil type rangers. So looking at like his visor is spot on. Definitely it's the evil version of a cheetah. I really like the way that the fins on the type of helmet like goes into the ears. Then you've got the white part here and here. And then you've got the gold visor, then this kind of raw. If I was to cosplay as a main villain, this would be the one that I would want to, because he looks so cool. I really like the fact that, yeah, he has the evil, like the grid battle force type thing, the trans pod, which you never really see him use. But then you've got this chest where you've got the kind of like the rivets, the way that this is like armor. Then you've got the black around there as well. It looks absolutely fantastic. Coming down to his midriff here, like it looks fine. Like the silver and the dark burgundy red works well. Then you've got the belt, the evil like morpher thing, that looks cool. Oh, it's not morpher, it's just a belt buckle. Then again, you've got more of the kind of red. Now it looks really, really cool because the way that it's designed, it looks like it's crinkled. It looks like it's meant to be leather, and that's what I generally really like on it. You know, I also really like the silver, that works perfectly well. And then when we move to the side here, his morpher looks a lot better, I think. It looks a lot better than the one that was original retail. And even like in his gloves as well, you can see little ridges. That's awesome. It's such a nice figure. Like even like it's not veins, but it looks like there's like data and veins rushing through it, which I think looks spot on. Now this is something I don't normally cover. It's the legs of the trousers, because it's all pretty much the same on every ranger. But I really like here, like the triangles here, and then here as well. That kind of stands out, especially that you can see the leather part all over here too. That works absolutely fine. I hope this one is a perfect figure, but still, like just the way that his boots are as well. I really like the look of these ones. Like you've got like little bolts here as well that goes down, bolts on there. I'm hoping that this figure looks spot on rather than it be like all the others and not just work properly. On the back, we can see more lines here on the side, and then the joint really works well. Like all the ones that I've seen previously, they look like they aren't going to work well, or they just look off. But I really like the fact that these are here. You know, the back of the things, like these look like proper like leather boots, and that's what I generally really like. They've taken their time on this one quite a bit as well. I generally think that is absolutely amazing. So since we've zoomed out quite a bit, let's just talk about the rest of the figure. So I really like the kind of silver here. It works really well coming along here. You can see more kind of detail along his arms just there and there, which again, that works perfectly. I like the fact that on the costume itself, like the elbows are brought in, it's not just silver, so they've taken the time on that one as well. You've got the kind of which could be like the brace for it as well. That works nice. That's a nice flat. You've got the like going around there. You've got more kind of rivets. I really wish these were kind of painted. Silver would be kind of awesome. And then we've got the top here. Now it kind of looks like a fox to me, which is something different, but I like the fact that you've got the lines there. For some strange reason, like if you're from the UK, like Smarty Easter eggs, that's probably what I'm also thinking. But you've got the kind of just here, You've got spikes at the top, which I've got silver going in there. The sunglasses, I think that looks really, really nice. And then you've got just underneath here under the neck, it's all the same color. So I don't know if that's meant to be black, but it actually works well with this figure right now. So just there you can see, yeah, it looks awesome. Let's do the articulation test. Now the feet I've had a quick look at, they're exactly the same. It's when you try and do this, like it does click into place, but you really have to kind of really force it, and I don't want to have to do that. I always think they're going to break. Now the knees, I'm impressed with a little bit, because it actually feels proper. It doesn't feel like it's dough, or you know, it's going to take ages to do it. So that I'm happy about. Now this is one thing that I really wish that they put on the originals, that it wasn't just the whole like, you know, up and down. This is what I wanted to pose. This is what the fans wanted with the villains. This is what we all wanted. Now it does click. It turns around like so, but I don't think, let's try, like you can, but here it kind of stops it, so it's a bit kind of, but it's soft plastic, so it's not hard at all. So that does kind of bring it down a tiny bit. So you can bring it all the way around if you want to, but I wouldn't. But you can see that they've got the butterfly joints there. So just be careful with that. Torso is absolutely fine. He does bend, so you can pose him if you want to. Just be careful on that. And then the head turns all the way around as need be, just like that. And then the hands turn all the way around, like so. And then like so, so you can see it. There we go. Let's swap the heads. I've got to admit, like trying to focus in on the heads is kind of a lot harder. Now that came off really easily. Now I find that they do come off easier, but it's when you try and put the helmets back on. There is Blaze with his head like on. Now one thing that I find annoying about these figures is that you normally hear a pop when, or like a thun when you put them on. With the heads that I found quite recently, you've not been able to hear that, but when you pull it off, pop, you hear the pop. Now, it does give this figure 10 times more kind of oomph. I really, really like. It looks, even though he's looking straight on, it looks like he's looking out this way, but I generally think that gives it more kind of like special, like it makes it look like a proper figure. I think this is, out of this wave, I think this is the second best head compared to like Trini. But I do generally think that this would be a cool one. I'm very much looking forward to when they bring out Roxy. That's the one that I kind of really want to see the most, as well as Zoe. But even having his helmet there, you know, it's kind of really, really awesome. So looking at the accessories, this is the Robotron maker, I think. But it's basically the laptop that you see in pretty much every single episode where they get the virus, they download the data, and then they make it. Now, virus loading, I love that. I love the kind of the screen, stuff like that. That looks pretty cool. And then all this here, like the little accessory, it just looks really kind of cool. If they were making Scrozzle, this is what you needed to have. I hope he comes with the key. But I really love the way that you've got the color, so the green. It looks absolutely kind of perfect. Next is his sword, which works really nicely. I always kind of like this part here on the hilt. That looks kind of cool. Even like the little blades there actually works really, really, really well. Then the other thing is you get two kind of hands like that, and that's pretty much it, as well as the lightning that will go on the sword, which is just default. Put it through there, and there you go. That's all it is really. And there we go. There is Blaze. This is, I think, the nicest villain figure that we've had. If this was a proper Ranger, I would say this is probably the best Ranger that we've had. But to me, this is something that I absolutely loved. This is one of the nicer Lightning figure collections that we've got. The way that the detail is, the way that the sword is, just getting like this as well. It all is really, really nice. And the head is also spot on, which I generally think that now Hasbro seem to get really good ones and then really bad ones. I think that they're a lot better with more recent ones. But yeah, I just think this is a really nice figure. This is one I highly recommend. I hope that they bring out Evox. I hope that they bring out Zoe as well as Roxy and Scrozzle, because boom, it would be really nice to have the whole team of Beast Morphers, as well as bringing out like Steel as well. I think that would be really, really cool, and I'd absolutely love it more than anything. So yeah, I am going to leave it there. What are your thoughts on Blaze? Do you like him? Do you not? Is this a figure that you would get? Have you had any problems? Let me know down below in those comments. And if you like this sort of content and you want to see more, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, as well as that cheeky notification bell to be notified when more videos drop. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.